Hello, and welcome to Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter, a podcast where Dr. O from All Creatures Every Spine interviews doctors and animal owners that utilize animal chiropractic to get their unique perspectives. Yes, it's really a thing. Dr. O utilizes his 30 years of experience as both an animal chiropractor and veterinarian, and to dig deep into the discussion of complex issues affecting the lives of your animal friends and companions. Join us for this educational episode. Thanks for joining us for this portion of the episode as Dr. O begins to answer the question, what is animal chiropractic? He will look at how the chiropractic adjustment is a valuable and viable treatment for what ails your animals.
Animal chiropractic gets to the root of the problem. What we do as animal chiropractors is we go in, we remove nervous system interference from your animal's body. What that is it helps get rid of warning signs, which are symptoms. So symptoms, vomiting, diarrhea, lameness, achiness, all those things are just symptoms of a problem. Just like if the warning check engine light is on in your car, all right? That check engine light is just a warning. And if you cover it up with black duct tape, it really doesn't do anything, but it's gone. The warning's gone. So if we get rid of, we give an anti-inflammatory to your dog, we make it so they don't puke anymore, we give them an antiemetic, non-vomiting, all those things get rid of the symptoms, but they never really get to the cause of the problem. So we need to take that black tape off the warning light. We need to go in and find out, good mechanic could go in and find out what the code is. That code is say, you have a vertebral subluxation at COC1. You have a vertebral subluxation at T6, T7. That's what's causing the pancreatitis problem. We remove those two vertebral subluxations and everything should be better. We got to and then we'll keep them in shape. Your air filter's plugged. We have to keep it clean. It's not a one-time deal. It's a procedure. And those are the kinds of things that your animal chiropractor is going to do. So as an animal chiropractor, we're going to go in, we're going to make sure the warning lights stay turned off. Okay? Because if we see a warning light, it means there's damage being done. So that's what we're going to do as animal chiropractors. We're going to keep those warning lights off.
Make sure to visit our website, allcreatureseveryspine.com. where you can subscribe to the show and learn more about getting your animals adjusted. If you are in the Meridian, Texas area, drop in on a Tuesday afternoon to get your animals adjusted. If that isn't possible, schedule a consultation on your animal's health with Dr. O. You can also purchase a copy of Dr. O's book. Yes, it's really a thing.
Heroes come in all shapes and sizes. For me, my hero is Frank, my best friend. But even the greatest heroes need help sometimes. Frank and I were at the park the other day when he started limping and favoring his left leg. I didn't see what happened, but I could tell something was wrong. So we went to see Frank's favorite vet, Yvette. Yvette the vet. After running some tests, she determined that Frank had torn his ACL. His best option was surgery. But unfortunately for me, surgery wasn't an option. So what could I possibly do to be a hero to my hurting hero? That was when Yvette told us about hero braces. She took a quick cast of his leg and said this mold would be used to create a biomechanically designed stifle brace, custom made just for Frank, allowing his body's natural healing processes to take over and stabilize the knee. About 2 weeks later, she fitted the brace and gave us the green light to walk, hike, and snuggle, and do all the activities that Frank and I were used to doing. It was that simple. Hero braces are lightweight, don't stretch or tear, and are durably designed to last the life of your dog. so Frank can get back to being Frank. Like I said, heroes come in all shapes and sizes. And lucky for us, so do hero braces.
Standard Process is a third-generation family-owned company in rural Wisconsin. You could say we just make nutritional supplements, but we know we're changing lives. We grow ingredients on our own certified organic farm without pesticides or herbicides because we think they should be as close to nature as possible. Quality is our priority. That's why we do everything right here, from hand-picking the seeds to delivery, so you know exactly what goes into every bottle.
Your active dog needs more than water to rehydrate. Replenish Dog Water Supplement is an all-natural powdered water flavoring, prevents dehydration and provides vitamins for your dog. Created by a veterinarian and rooted in science. Give your dog the care they deserve with Replenish.
Join us as Dr. O interviews a certified chiropractor, veterinarian, or an animal owner. These enthusiastic people explain how they utilize animal chiropractic to alter the lives of the animals in their communities.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Animal Chiropractic Clinic Chatter. Today's guest is Dr. Valentina. How do you go?
Dr. Val.
Dr. Val. All right. Tell us a little bit about Dr. Val.
So, I practice in Durham, North Carolina. I'm officially licensed as a chiropractor for humans. However, I am certified with the AVCA in Animal Chiropractic.
Cool. Why did Dr. Val get excited about animal chiropractic?
Because I absolutely adore animals and I want to see them have the best opportunity in life that I see as well in my human patients.
Okay, cool. So tell us about one of your biggest wins since being an animal chiropractor.
Absolutely. So I've had animals coming through my doors that have been carried in the office, or some of them literally dragging both their hind legs, dragging one leg, and after one chiropractic treatments, the next day they are able to walk on their own, as well as with further treatments have regained bladder control, which is definitely something that owners love because people would love that. But it's quick. Animals really respond to chiropractic adjustments, so it's awesome.
Well, cool. So one of the things that I often hear is from chiropractors about how hard it is in certain states to practice.
Yes.
But yet, that I haven't heard that yet from you. So tell me a little bit about North Carolina and how it works.
So in North Carolina, I had to do a bit of digging in, especially talking with the chiropractic board to see what I could and couldn't do. I also tried reaching out with other animal chiropractors in the area. So basically, after talking to my board, there is a lot of gray in the law. And as long as I'm doing just chiropractic work, then that is still covered within my scope. So I'm able to do that. I just can't do anything else like acupuncture and things like that. But that's fine with me.
Yeah, but what do you do on people?
Well, on people, it's different. So people, I'm licensed, so I'm able to
do everything
more.
But you adjust first, correct?
Absolutely.
With everybody. Great. Yes. All right. So I got to go into my questions here. I don't have them all memorized yet. So how has animal chiropractic changed your life?
So animal chiropractic has changed my life as well as my personal business life. It's brought in a whole new purpose into our office as well as in my personal life. You can see just how quickly animals respond to chiropractic adjustments, and they're just so grateful within their eyes. And I absolutely love when owners tell me how special it is that their dog just gave me a lick as a sign of affection, because it's something that they never do. So it's really fulfilling for me.
Cool. All right. Now, do you do all animals, just dogs, just horses, just cats?
The majority in my office right now are dogs. I have a few cats and as well as horses. I've also adjusted a pig once, which was really interesting.
All right. And how'd the pig do?
She did great. She squealed a lot, but she did really good.
Very vocal, aren't they?
Very vocal.
All right. So, we can't have a discussion on animal chiropractic, especially, where did you go to human chiropractic school?
So I went to Sherman College of Chiropractic in South Carolina.
Okay. And where did you go to animal chiropractic school?
ACES in Texas, of course.
All right. Good. We just get that out there. And how did you find the philosophies jive?
So the philosophy drives really close together. Like Sherman College is really strong in their philosophy of chiropractic. They start implementing it on day one as soon as you walk through the doors. And it's really kind of a big driving key and piece that is really important. And ACES kind of follows right along with it. So it fit perfectly.
Good. Above, down, inside, out.
Always.
And it's always the what?
The Atlas.
It's always the Atlas. All right. So are you finding that what percentage of your animal patients have an Atlas subluxation?
I absolutely do almost every Atlas that comes in through the door.
Cool. Yeah. It's always the Atlas. If you don't do anything else, you adjust the Atlas, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, cool. Let's see what else we got. What do you wish all of the animal owners in your area knew about animal chiropractic?
So animal chiropractic is an excellent healthcare tool that can be used at any stage of an animal's life. You don't have to wait till the animal is in pain or unable to walk to have the benefits of animal chiropractic. So chiropractic is a great preventative measure to maintain an optimal functioning nervous system by reducing any nerve flow interference.
All right. And how do you remove that interference in animals?
Adjusting.
With
my hands.
Right. The magic hands. Yes.
The magic hands. All hands.
So, I'm sure you get this, but how do you adjust a horse?
So horses, we have a bale that we stand on to get onto the horse's back. And the nice thing about horses is they actually provide their own stability because they're such a big animal. So I don't have to kind of hold on to underneath their belly. Obviously my arms can't reach anyway. But so we get up top of a bale, have enough height where I can actually put a nice thrust and follow the line of the joint.
Cool. And is that any added wear and tear on your body, working on horses?
Honestly, you have to be careful of your positioning as well, because any force that you put into the horse, it's a force that comes back into your body. I personally like to maintain my physical fitness as well. So I do, because I'm aware and I want to be practicing chiropractic for a really, really long time. So I want to make sure my body is up for it and just kind of stable. But I always watch my biomechanics, make sure that I get the right line of drive, but it goes well.
Cool. What do you wish non-certified chiropractors in your area knew?
So for non-certified chiropractors, if you're an animal lover, definitely go and shadow an animal chiropractor and see if it's something that you are willing to bring into your office. So there's a huge need for animal chiropractic, and it's definitely not known. So there's a lot of opportunities with it, and you already know how chiropractic works with your human patients. So why not bring the same to your furry companions and make sure that they're thriving in life? Okay.
So what about the veterinarians that in your area that aren't doing their own chiropractic, that aren't certified?
I would have them, I would recommend that they talk to someone that does animal chiropractic. It's definitely a tool that they can bring into their clinic, and it can bring the best care for an animal just right there. I get a lot of vet referrals that they've tried everything on an animal and there's just no improvement in them, but then they come through my doors and they respond so quickly and positively with a chiropractic adjustment.
All right, cool. All right, one last question.
Yes.
There's some ACES students and our program is on your own pace, right?
Yes.
And we have people that are struggling to get to lab 1. They just, can't make the time. So any words of advice to the quizzes that are too hard, any words of advice to your fellow students.
Absolutely. So hang in there. I know it's a lot of material and it can be very hard and struggling, but it's totally worth it. And if you ever need help, feel free to reach out to any of your fellow students as well as people that are in the practice doing animal chiropractic, because we are willing to help you, and reach out to your instructors, and repetition is so key.
Great. What was the biggest thing about your animal chiropractic program that was unexpected and in your practice chiropractic life?
From the program?
Yeah.
So from the program, I really enjoyed how much hands-on time that we've had whenever we went to the labs, because that's something that when you go home, at least it's kind of that repetition is stuck in, like you get that memory repetition in your head, and it's easier to kind of practice on your own. Because as soon as you get into clinic or in practice by yourself, it's just pretty much you. So you have to have that repetition memory set into your mind that way. And that program definitely gave you that for you.
Cool. All right. Did adjusting animals, do you think that helps in your human practice? Does it help you adjust humans?
Yes. So humans, yes, the structure is differently. However, an adjustment is still the same. You still want to have a nice, like a big speed. You don't want it to put a lot of force. I personally can't. I am a small woman, but so speed is definitely key. And with animals, you can't really fake it. So you can't tell the animal to walk better. So knowing that you're impacting that animal's life, sometimes especially when you're a new doctor, you may have doubts if you're actually helping your humans. So seeing that, yes, I am helping my animal patients, that it reminds me then, of course, I am helping my humans as well.
Cool. So positive reinforcement.
Absolutely.
Immediate gratification.
Yes, it is.
All right. So is it difficult sometimes to remember time?
Timing?
Yeah, like it took the body time to get sick. Maybe we're not going to be 100%.
Yes, it can be difficult. A lot of the times you meet a lot of people that are thinking, okay, well, I want immediate results right away. And you sometimes kind of get trapped into that as well. So it kind of gives you a moment to step back and think, when I look at your x-rays or when I see your condition, even with animals, this is taken, like for an animal, sometimes they come in when they're 12 years old. I'm like, that's 12 years old that they've never gotten an adjustment. So I can't expect them to be able to walk after just one visit. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more time. And however, we're always looking for the small improvements. And those are big victories, even if they're small.
That's right. So, all right. Now this one here, do you have any that like, if I could have had a little more time, or if I'd have done this, we're not going to call them failures, but where maybe the animal didn't respond like you hoped it would?
So I've had one probably in the beginning, and a lot of it had to do with my own confidence at the start. I was helping a little beagle, though I don't think I educated the owner well enough in the beginning.
Okay.
So she did say she had some improvement, but then after didn't schedule a visit to come back after the second visit. So I feel like I could have helped her more, but I think I didn't do a good job at explaining to the owner how some things just take a little bit more time.
And maybe about how chiropractic is a process, not a procedure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we have that problem too. So I had one the other day. I think it was the worst atlas I've ever seen. I adjusted it 3 times in a 2-hour period so we could get the atlas to hold long enough to get the dog to the car again.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was like way out of whack. So we're going to see that dog again tomorrow and hopefully have some positive things. But
good.
Now, do you need x-rays on every patient you see?
No.
For an animal? Yeah.
For an animal, no.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I can't even take x-rays. So as long as I know they don't have any like traumas, like an accident or an injury, then I know it is safe to adjust an animal.
Okay. So what happens if you think an animal might have, like, say, a broken leg? Can you still adjust it?
I can adjust the spine for sure. I probably wouldn't touch the leg. I would like to have a vet kind of look at it as well and let the leg
Okay.
heal and then settle the bone back to putting it back in place where it should be.
All right. So cool. So I don't have to go to my vet first and get x-rays. I can come see you and we can determine if they're needed or not.
You don't have to. I just like a good, well-rounded integrity care for
Yep.
your animal. So
Cool.
I actually really enjoy my connections with vets because it's a great network with me and we can kind of bounce off ideas. For example, I had a dog that comes in with random swellings. I would adjust it, but the swelling would occasionally happen again. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, this is probably something that the vet could do a blood work for. So it's great to have that back and forth connection, but definitely don't need x-rays for an adjustment.
Cool. All right. So anyway, well, I appreciate it, all your time. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think I've mentioned all of it. And
Okay.
I really hope that we see more animal chiropractors out there because I've seen this part of my practice explode rapidly without even doing any paid marketing. And it's just really fulfilling. And I think it could benefit so many people and so many animals.
So you're going to be looking to hire an associate here pretty soon, huh?
I almost. So,
Cool. Yeah. For the animal part, not for the human.
for the animal. I have every single day I'm cleaning that animal room, making sure it's tidy for the next patient because it's just back and forth, back and forth.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm glad you're doing successful.
Thank you.
And then we're gonna this will be cut from the podcast, but anything looking back that we as a school could have done better to help you more?
Honestly, I don't know. Let me think. Because there were some areas that I feel like I'm still learning. A lot of the times I'm also giving some instruction on like, not massage, but what the patient can, or the owner can do at home for their pet to kind of help speed up the process as well. Like stimulating the sense, like proprioception on their feet. I've gotten in touch with some chiropractors, actually in Texas, who suggested like a toothbrush, electric toothbrush that's similar to the paw pads. So little things like that. But otherwise, I can't really complain.
Okay. All right. Do you have the Realign Your Practice kit?
Do I have the what?
Realign Your Practice. It's a DVD. I don't remember if we were giving those out when you were here or not.
Was it in the flash drive?
Wristband?
Yes.
Yes. Are you using that?
Yes, I actually have the nerve flow chart printed out into my puppy room.
Cool. All right.
And then I have one for horses as well. That one I still have to kind of figure out how to utilize because I'm obviously going to the farm. But I have
how do you it's a PDF. So we uploaded it to Cavanti.
Oh, okay. I don't have that. So what
I don't know what software you use.
Yep. I've been keeping track of all my notes. I've created a template on Jane app. It's actually for humans, but I've created my own template in there for animals. And then Pam Riggs. So maybe you should go on the student group and say, hey, who all is using Jane? And let's figure out how we're using Jane for animals. Because you're not the first person that has said, hey, I'm using Jane. Okay.
All right. So there are other people that are using it.
Can I just ask, like, how are you guys using the Jane app for animals?
Yeah, for animals on the student Facebook page. Okay. And then get that, because see, I don't use Jane because I'm a chiropractor.
Right. I just figured instead of like buying two different softwares and maybe using myself with which software am I on, I just figured I'd put everything into one. That way I can easily flip between humans and animals.
Yep. But you could put the nerve chart in there as a PDF and then see when we email the report, they just get if they need the PDF, they get the PDF. Right. We also send the exercise chart.
I was looking through that one too. So I'm trying to
So we
utilize
sent
like
that.
which one, I can use. I saw the horse one. I need to double check if there's the dog one. I think there is though.
Yeah, the dog one and the horse one are on there. Now, they're both available in printout form too.
Okay.
In poster size. You can order those. But yeah. And then Doctor, I don't know if you've seen the new book or not. It's really a thing. It's actually about a 200-page book.
Yeah.
That I wrote. It's about animal chiropractic. It's really a thing. Is the title.
Really, oh, that's the name.
Yeah, if you go to All Creatures Every Spine, it pops up and says, "Hey, do you want to buy the book?" So,
gotcha.
and if you want, I had to come up with we have cheaper pricing if you buy 50. So I've had 2 people already buy 50 of them.
Okay.
To hand out to clients or So anyway, it was like, oh, okay. I guess they bought one, they read it, they said, oh, we need to be giving this out to clients. So
right.
we made a better price for those if you buy them. All right. It was great to talk to you.
Awesome.
Right. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye now.
If you are or know a veterinarian or chiropractor, or a student of either of these professions, visit our website, Animal Chiropractic Education Source, to see how to become certified in animal chiropractic. Start improving the lives of the animals around you. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to the ACES channels so that you never miss an exciting episode.